Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of Bedford City Council, July 1st, 2024. Would please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Here.
Spinks? Here. Salvi?
Here.
Fluharty?
Here.
Smith?
Here.
Asbury?
Here.
Council, you have the minutes of the work session of June 3rd, 2024. Any corrections to those? Seeing none, do you have a motion for acceptance? Spinks, second by Fluharty. Call the roll, please.
Longino?
Yeah.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Asbury?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
And you have the minutes of the regular meeting of June 3rd, 2024. Any corrections to those? Seeing none, I have a motion for acceptance by Smith, second by Longino. Call the roll, please.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Asbury?
Yes.
And you have the minutes of the public hearing of June 3rd, 2024. Any corrections to that? Seeing none, motion for acceptance by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Call the roll, please.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Asbury?
Yes.
Well, we have a lot of people here. I don't know how. One of our good things, we get to swear in some new officers. It's one of my favorite things to do, to hire some new people and bring them in and get the department up to strength. And it's always a good time, and it's good to see the other officers here to help support the new guys. And we will take this one at a time. If I call Leonard Fechner, come forward, please. How you doing? Good. How are you? Good, good. Well, let's do this part, and then we'll get on with some of the other stuff. Raise your hand, repeat after me. I state your name.
Lenny Fechner,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Charter and laws of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
and the Charter of Laws of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
and faithfully, honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the position of patrol officer
of the position of patrol officer
of the City of Bedford, Ohio.
of the City of Bedford, Ohio.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Don't wait yet. Calm down. Did they tell you about the 20-minute speech you have to give? Good, because we're not good. But anyhow, Chief, you want to say something, or are you going to wait till the end? Okay. But anybody here you want to introduce?
Oh, well, I'm probably the biggest family here.
Oh, go ahead.
Sister is right there in the front, little brother, grandparents in the back, mother, little grandfather, father, sister, stepdad, and my two other sisters.
I see a lot of smiles back there. That's good. Yeah.
Too many to remember.
No, that's good. If anything you want to say that short.
No, I'm just excited for the opportunity. Can't wait to start the academy and get it going.
All right.
Good.
Hey.
Joseph Hawthorne,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Charter and laws of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
and the charters and laws of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
and faithfully,
honestly,
honestly, and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the position of patrol officer
of the position of patrol officer
of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
so help me
so
God.
help me God.
Congratulations. Somebody want to introduce here?
Yeah, my family's in this row. That's my mom, my mom's boyfriend, my sister's boyfriend, and my sister's boyfriend's mom.
Okay. Good to see you here to support. Anything you want to say?
Just grateful for the opportunity. I'm really excited to be able to protect and serve the City of Bedford, Ohio, and just really grateful. So, thanks.
Good. And you got somebody pin your badge?
Yep. My mom. Got it.
Picture thing. Let me guess who the third one is here. Lucas Kozar. You know the drill.
Sir.
Okay, raise your hand. I
I, Lucas Kozar,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Charter and laws
and the Charter and laws
of Bedford, Ohio,
of Bedford, Ohio,
and faithfully,
honestly,
honestly, and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the position of patrol officer
of the position of patrol officer
of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
of the City of Bedford, Ohio,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Smile. Don't go away. People you want to introduce?
My girlfriend Logan, and my mom and dad, Tracy and Ronnie.
Okay, very good.
Um,
Chance to say a couple words there.
I'm very excited to be on board with everybody and the two new guys with me. Excited to get to the academy and then start up in December.
Okay. Somebody pin your badge on?
My girlfriend Logan.
Okay. Good, good.
We have a full house here. It's nice to see everybody here. Welcome, and thank you for sharing this special moment with these three guys. And thank you for our photographer. And I just want to take this opportunity to say thanks to the city administration, city council, and our civil service commission who's represented here tonight. You guys can see all your hard work at all those meetings. But thank you for all the support. It really helps when you guys recognize our needs and act on it. Just helps improve our efficiency and get us up to where we need to be. So thank you again. Really appreciate it. And I just want to personally congratulate Lenny, Lucas, and Joe. And good luck next week at the academy. These guys start next week at the academy. So good luck throughout your career here. And just a couple words of advice. Throughout your career here, I want you to remember to be true to yourselves, true to your families, and the department, but above all else, always honor the badge. Okay, good luck.
I just want to say quick thanks to a couple of our civil service members here, and Dell and my neighbor. Denise Latowski, the hard work that they put in for getting these candidates and working with them. And we've been doing a lot of that lately, which is a good thing. A lot of changes, a lot of new blood, and you guys, a lot of opportunities with all these young guys coming on board, you know, to move up the ranks as you go, and to learn from these guys back here. They do a great job day in and day out, and you're with a great bunch of people here to follow and do what they tell you. So that's good. So again, congratulations.
Good holiday, guys. You don't want to sit and watch the rest of the meeting. You can if you want, you know.
Yeah, we welcome anybody to stay, however. I think they have cake.
Yeah, we don't have cake.
Thank you guys.
Take care. Good luck.
Sorry, Denise.
That's okay. I know who I am.
That's the important part. All right. Unfinished business, resolution number 2616-24.
This is a resolution approving and accepting the proposed 2024 tax budget for the year January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2025, and declaring an emergency.
And can I have a motion for suspension by Longino, second by Asbury? Call the roll, please.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Asbury?
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Call the roll, please. Oh, excuse me, before you call, Jen, if you want to explain this.
Yes, this is the third and final reading of this resolution. It had a first reading in May, second reading in June, and it was published in the paper in May 22nd, 2024. By passing this, it allows the county auditor to set the property tax rate for next year, which is 21.7 mils. It's been at since 2009. So it allows the city of Bedford to receive undivided local government revenue, and allows the county auditor to provide the city of Bedford with a certificate of estimated resources. This sets the amount of revenue the city has in order to spend or up to next year. And so we do not appropriate anything until later this year to be spent next year.
Thank you. Any questions? Call the roll, please.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Asbury?
Yes.
Reports. Mr. Malice.
Thank you, Mayor. A few items this evening. First, just want to remind everyone, the Turney Road resurfacing project, the contractor was given a notice to proceed for July 8th, so that will be starting next week. There should be signage going up this week. That roadway is going to be a one-way only street, basically from this direction towards Lee Road South will be open. The other lane will be redirected down Lee Road to Rockside. That project should be completed between 60 and 90 days. Obviously, we want to get that moving as quickly as possible while school is still out. So just a quick reminder for that. Also, we have our July 4th parade, which is scheduled for this Thursday the 4th at 10 a.m. on Columbus. We also have a movie on the Commons, which is scheduled for July 12th down on the Bedford Commons, and the Parks and Recreation Department will be putting that event on. Also, I just wanted to announce, or I should say remind the public, Bedford residents, of an opportunity that is being made available to children in Bedford. The Cleveland Guardians we are partnering with them, which is actually being presented by Union Home Mortgage. The Guardians, they're putting on a summer camp for children, baseball camp, softball camp, and it's a tremendous opportunity. These camps cost about $425 per person to participate. We were able to get a donation for each camper for $405. So children in Bedford that want to participate in the camp, which is July 29th through August 2nd, Cleveland Guardians, it's going to be at Ellenwood. It'll cost Bedford residents $20. Children, I should say. So if you're interested, there's still some spots remaining. Please contact the Parks and Recreation Department directly, or if you know of some children, or if you have some neighbors that may not have been aware, have them contact the department directly, ASAP. Again, that sponsorship for Bedford children is being made through Union Home Mortgage. And again, tremendous opportunities. So hopefully we can get those last spots filled up. Also, just want to share that there's going to be some changes to the Code Red system. And I'm a little early in announcing this, but I want to get it out as much as possible. They're rolling out, the county's going to be rolling out a new Code Red alert system. And in the past, we used to utilize this service for if there were road closures or emergency notifications or even public meetings, we would use that. The new service is expected to come out in September, later this fall, but there's a lot of new features. You will be, if you want it, you'll have the ability to request alerts from the National Weather Service. And there's also, it provides us the ability to really break down our notification radius. So in the past it was, if we sent it, it went citywide. So to say, oh, you have a boiler alert on Ellenwood, well, the other, upteen streets, they don't want to get that. So this new system will allow us to really narrow down who we can send notifications to. The one thing I will say is it does not matter if you were previously registered. You're going to have to re-register. So we'll have information coming out as we get closer on how to do that. We can assist in any way possible, but I just wanted to start making that announcement now. Once that gets updated, hopefully we'll be able to utilize it more and be more efficient in doing so. Also, I wanted to just make notice that we did make some changes in our admissions policy down at the municipal pool. Obviously, during the week of 90+ degree weather, it was jamming. And in the past, we did allow the ability for residents to bring guests. We've limited that a little bit. Those that are season pass holders have the ability to bring a guest, and that is basically on a one-to-one basis. We want to make sure that we can operate that facility as efficiently and as safely as possible. We have a tremendous staff, and we have a large staff, which is great. There's 30+ staff members at the pool. Our director and assistant director, they've done a tremendous job operating it, and things are going very, very well. But we did make changes to that, just obviously to limit the capacity. And we don't want to be in a position where we're turning away our residents, because especially on crowded days where we have a high number of guests. So nothing unique. I think if you watch the news, you've seen a number of other municipalities do similar. Lakewood has gone through something like that. Parma Heights, I believe, has gone through similar. And it's something we've been discussing for a few weeks now. So that was rolled out last week. Lastly, we are looking to roll out a storefront program, a grant program for the businesses in the historic district. The city was awarded funding through the county to make that available to our both business and property owners along Broadway in the historic district for various improvements for signage, storefront windows, lighting. There'll be information going out within the next 2 weeks to all of those property owners and businesses owners downtown. So look for that information. With that, end of report.
Thank you. Mr. Montill.
Yes, sir, just want to congratulate our officers, and Robin in our building department is retiring, so she won't be there, but we do have someone very capable taking her position. And just wanted to wish you all a happy 4th of July. Have a good holiday.
Thank you. Mrs. Holland.
Thank you, Ben. I also wanted to congratulate the new officers, Beckner, Howard, and Lazar. Good luck to you. And I also wanted to wish everyone a happy and safe on Independence Day. And remind everyone, on July 19th or 21st this year is the Rotary Rib Fest to be held downtown in the square. Don't forget to attend. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Longino.
I'll be brief. Not to do that. First, like everybody, I want to congratulate the officers, and I know everybody's watching probably is going to say, he says this every time somebody swears in. Denise, I used to be a member of the Civil Service Commission with her, and so that was my first taste of working for the government, for the city of Bedford, so I always like to put that out there, so I did enjoy that part of it. And I'm also, as I always say too, I am a police officer. I retired from Solon, and I'm still presently a police officer in Beechwood at the school. So it always warms my heart to see new officers, but it also looks at like, man, you're gonna be my kids now, so I guess that means I'm old. So I want to talk about the Juneteenth festival we had at the high school, which was great. I was part of the committee for the Freedom Run. We had a 5K and also a one mile walk. We had 75 people come out there. It was pretty good for a first time, so we'll promote it more next time. I'm looking forward to having a lot more people. Also want to touch on two things. Since I was last here, since our last meeting, I got contacted by 2 residents. It was kind of ironic because there were two different ends of the spectrum. One stated they never see police officers, and then one had a problem with they saw too many at a scene. First of all, as I told them, I wasn't there. You don't know what the situation was, so to say that there was too many police officers was not, how did you know? You don't know what the scenario was. So to say that, and then to say you never see police officers, unless you sit in front of your house 24/7, to say you never see police officers is pretty hard to do, because you have to sleep sometime even if you don't work. So, and believe me, police officers are out there while you're sleeping. And I think I just want to go on the record to say it, Bedford Police do a great job. With that, that's the end of my report.
Thank you. Mrs. Spinks.
Good evening, everybody, and again, echoing everybody else, welcoming our officers, new officers. That's always a good thing. This is a fun part of the job. I also noticed while one of the young men was getting pinned, I did see the sister and the mother cry, and I remember when my son, Officer Drew Lewis, who is now, has been promoted to Master Lieutenant Drew Lewis, so in Lockhart, Texas. So I'm a very proud mom, and my heart's full because he'll now be off, and he'll be in an office, and he'll be in charge of a lot of stuff, a lot of the guys, and continuing doing what he loves, but very safely. On the 12th, next Friday, is also, the movie night is also going to be the speaker series from the Bedford Historical Society. It's at 7 o'clock. There will be some of us out there also doing popcorn for the movie. And the speaker series is on Movies in the Vault. So that's always very interesting. Our guys do a great job. That is free. Also, this last week, yesterday, the mayor and Mr. Longino was there, one of my little buddies. I'm so excited. Had his, he's a author, and he had his book launching yesterday. He is one of my residents, and I've kind of watched him grow up, and I feel kind of like a proud mom too. His mom is a school teacher as well, and this young man is just, the book is Dream It, Then Build It, and Romeo yesterday he was so cute, signing autographs and everything. The mayor got some pictures, and he was real excited about everybody coming. But he is a 3rd grader, going to be a 4th grader, and he's always loved to read at a very early age, and he's always promoting reading to other kids. He loves math. He likes to build things. His favorite sports are soccer and tennis. And he's just amazing. We've got so many amazing young people in our school district, from grade school, elementary, all the way to high school. We have several accomplished artists. We did promote him at the Strawberry Festival, which was very successful this year. I'm still waiting on numbers, but we were very, very pleased with the turnout. Was amazing. We feel really good about it. And so now on to the business thing. Mike, the trash on Rockside, I know we did have some guys out a couple of weeks ago, but it is, this morning, it was atrocious. I don't try to tackle that because it's just too dangerous for me to get out and try to do it. So, and it's pretty much all the way down Rockside, from Broadway all the way to Northfield. It's pretty bad. On the agenda tonight is talking about Greencroft, the road culvert replacement. I just want to kind of touch bases. Mike will go a little bit more in depth on it, but I just wanted to let residents know when that does happen. It's probably going to be in the fall. The traffic will be rerouted from on the other side. Will be rerouted down things. Right now there is a barricade of trees that will come out. There will be signage up there that it's residents, paths, traffic only. Of course, a lot of people don't read. We will have it patrolled, and then as soon as the project is done, that barrier will go back up immediately. Mike has assured me, I almost tried to make him sign a piece of paper stating that that would go up as soon as possible, because it has been, in the past, was really bad. So it's been up there for a while, so that'll be coming up, and we'll let everybody know in that area. Also on the agenda tonight is talking about the speed tables, which everybody knows for years and years I have been begging, brought back stuff from NLC, City Summit. There's always been stuff, and kudos to Mike Malice and Chief and others getting it done. We're going to start out with a small amount, but it's a start. It's just, and it's everywhere. We're targeting the main streets that it's really bad, but even some of these small streets, Gould, I'm getting calls on Gould. I ask, if you see it, call it in. Guys are out there. They are writing tickets left and right. The guys are doing it. It would be, in a perfect world, we would have police officers just for traffic, and hopefully one day we will have that. But they are out there. When you see it, call it. I always, when I'm out picking up trash, I stop away from the stop sign to give people time, and I almost got plowed into. Did get her number, did turn it in, and it's crazy. It's a respect thing. Nobody has, everybody's time's more worth than everybody else. The next one up with the speeding is the fireworks. Several people have no respect for their neighbors, for their elderly neighbors, for people with dogs and cats. They just don't care, because yeah, it does affect cats too. People just think it's dogs, and then you just, the elderly, and just starting in at 10:30 at night, and people have police scanners, so they hear them, and then the police don't see it, but the guys are out there. I did some calling myself this weekend. But please, if you see it, and it's happening, you've got to call. You can call me after, or call your council person after, but if we don't see it, you have to call it in. So please call it in. They are, and I know they did find people last year. It's one of those things. It seems like the more we make ordinance, the more they try to break them. But call it in, be respectful. I've always tried to go talk to the people first and say, listen, we have elderly people, and sometimes people just don't want to be nice. Seems to be a lot lately, but and I just hope everybody has a very safe and happy New Year, and hope to see you at the parade. End of report.
Thank you. Mr. Selby.
Good evening. This is to residents. Over the past month, I visited residents in the ward, responded to a variety of constituent concerns. Ward 2 residents are encouraged to report quality of life issues they observe. My home phone number is 440-232-8964. Please speak slowly and clearly, leaving your name, address, and phone number. Anyone interested in community volunteer opportunities may call me as well. If your call is not returned within 24 hours, please call me back. Loitering. I'm happy to report that the loitering around the businesses and parking lots on the east side of Northfield and Columbus Roads has improved with the help of the Bedford Police Department. I monitor the area daily and call the Bedford Police Department if I see suspicious activity around this area, as should other residents. I appreciate the assistance of the city manager and the BPD in bringing about the substantial improvement which improves the quality of life for residents in the neighborhood. Taft Park. Since last month's council meeting, I've continued daily monitoring Taft Park in an effort to reduce illegal activity at the park with the overall goal to end it if possible. With the help of the city administration, both security light poles are now working, which has greatly increased the visibility at night and hopefully deters some after-hour visitors seeking a dark and secluded parking lot. I've made a number of calls to the BPD this past month to respond to people who have continued to disregard the closing time signage at all hours of the night. One example is an individual from Euclid I found pulling into Taft Park at 11:30 p.m. at night. That person had a warrant in another community and was arrested by the BPD. Grass in Bedford streets. The recent dry spell temporarily reduced high grass issues as well as people mowing grass clippings into the street. What residents have noticed is that many streets now have grass and weeds growing out of cracks in the streets along curb lines. Residents would appreciate if the issue would be addressed with maintenance before the problem gets worse. Problem rental property tenants. No resident's peace of mind and quality of life should be stolen by absentee landlords who rent their properties to problem tenants who make the lives of other law-abiding residents miserable and fearful. One longtime resident recently told me that a rental next door made their life and other families on the street a nightmare, as the tenant family had allegedly stolen items from neighbors, routinely trespassed, and caused property damage to their homes. It was also stressful to have police at the rental's address day and night due to police looking for the tenants. The city needs to utilize every legal tool available to help residents who find themselves in this situation and hold criminal tenants and their landlords accountable for destabilizing streets and neighborhoods. With the large number of rental properties in Bedford, it is unfair that our longtime residents have to deal with the problems that absentee landlords create. If there is no reasonable current legal remedy, then we need to pass a resolution seeking the help of state and federal legislators to provide a statutory solution for local governments. Property maintenance. A related problem with many rental properties is home furnishings left outside the rental for long periods of time without being disposed. I had one resident recently indicate that an old large TV cabinet had been sitting in a neighborhood drive for over 1 year. Residents are encouraged to notify the city so it can enforce any ordinances being violated. I reported this resident's concern and I appreciate the quick response from the city manager, Malice, and the building department. Illegal parking by delivery vehicles in Bedford. To my knowledge, all delivery vehicles, from those driven by Amazon subcontractors to the U.S. Post Office, are not exempt from obeying the same traffic laws as our average resident. You can observe private delivery services parking in front of fire hydrants, no parking signs, or stop signs at intersections on an almost daily basis. On some occasions, the trucks have blocked traffic or have created hazards to other drivers on more heavily trafficked streets. These drivers have the ability to do their jobs and obey our parking laws. They just choose not to. I believe they should be ticketed just as any resident would. Bedford's animal warden. A McKinley resident asked me to acknowledge the city animal warden for his help in removing a number of groundhogs from his property and doing so in a very professional manner. The city has many professional and conscientious workers who care about Bedford residents and the city, and your work is appreciated too. In conclusion, I wish everyone a safe and enjoyable 4th of July holiday. End of report.
Thank you. Mr. Fluharty.
I too would like to thank congratulate the three officers for coming on the Bedford Police Force here. Congratulations to them. Mike, fireworks, I know Sandy's been talking about it, but I got a problem with 13, 14-year-olds in the middle of the street shooting off these big, huge bombs that they're shooting off. These kids should not be playing with the fireworks. If anybody reports them, I hope they come out and do something about the kid. It's bad that we've got grown-ups acting like idiots. We don't need kids doing this stuff, because they're gonna get hurt, they're gonna set somebody's house on fire, and that's all it's gonna take, and we're all in trouble after that. And I don't wanna see that. It's getting worse every year. And I hope since the pandemic, we've been letting them do this way more than I think we should be allowing these people to be doing this stuff. It's a problem all over the city. It's already started. I mean, I've called a couple times already. And I don't know what the answer is, but I don't want to see it come down to somebody's house catching on fire or something, and then who's in fault? Is it us? And then that's not going to be a good thing. I know they got a lot to do it, but they have to just try to be more visible. That's all I can say. You know, tell them that, I don't know, I wish I had the total answers, but it's aggravating, it really is. It's one thing I hate is worrying about something that's gonna happen to somebody. Northfield Road Bridge, we got two buses, one from Akron and one from Cleveland, RTA, going back and forth on that bridge. And they're not going 25, 35 miles an hour. That lanes are closed in as it is. They need to slow down. And I don't know if you can contact RTA and tell them to cool it on that bridge, or do we radar them? Something, because they're just, there's not much room. You put a semi going down there with a bus, you can't put two nickels between them. I mean, I don't know how they don't hit each other, but they don't need to be going excess speed. And I want to go up down there once in a while, and they're always, I see cars all the time flying them down that bridge. They need to understand it's construction, you gotta slow down. So that, I think, needs to be a little more addressed on that Northfield Road Bridge, because there ain't much room. Hope to see everybody at the parade. Happy 4th of July, safe holiday, end of report.
Thank you. Yeah, and as you said about the fireworks, you know, Ohio come out and said you could do it, but they left it to the local cities to enact ordinances, and we did prohibit fireworks in the city of Bedford. So they're illegal, there's no question about it. And they are seem to be getting worse. People are getting bolder because, oh, the state's letting us do it. Well, yeah, they're not. So cool it with those fireworks. Mr. Smith.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate the three new officers. Also, I'd like to say have a safe and happy 4th of July. Today I received email from Miss Layla Allen. She's actually, she has a nonprofit. It's called Missing Link, and it's also called COPE. What it is a youth mental health awareness program. We need that. And she's from Bedford. For the past 3 years, she's been doing this program in Cleveland, but on August 2nd and 3rd, she's going to do the program here in Bedford at Messiah International Church, located at 98 Center Road. Councilman Flew already mentioned the pandemic, and I think that had a great effect on our youth. This is a great opportunity for our youth to go sit down and talk to someone about mental health. This is a disease that is it's not often recognized or diagnosed or even treated in our youth. So she has a website. It's www.flipcause.com. If you can, volunteer or just try to get some youth, if you know some youth that you might think that has, some problems or whatever, they need to sit down and talk to someone, especially someone that's versed in this and mental health, I think will be a great opportunity for our youth in Bedford. That's all I have. Good evening. Have a great rest of your evening.
Mr. Asbury.
Thank you, Mayor. Going last, we always get the slim pickings over here, but just want to let everybody know, chipper service is this week for July. So if you didn't get on the list, next week, or the next chipper service is August 5th. Make sure you call the service department and get on their list. City manager went over the movie on the square on July 12th. The movie starts at 8:30. I would imagine it's probably going to be closer to 9 when it gets dark enough. There's pre-show activities for the kids starting at 6:30, and the movie is Trolls Band Together. So bring your kids, come on down, have a good time. Also on the square, Wednesday, July 10th, continuation of our summer concert series, 7 o'clock. Herb Wilbon Jr., jazz flautist. And then I never quite understood that. If you play the flute, you're a flautist. But if you're a flautist, do you play flout music? I don't know. Anyway, come on down Wednesday, July 10th at 7. And then on the 24th, Wednesday from 7 to 9 is Irish Tweed. The name of the band, or the individual is Tweed, and it's Irish folk and contemporary music. Congratulations to our new officers. Hopefully you'll have a long and healthy, safe career here in Bedford. Join us Thursday, 10 o'clock for the Independence Day Parade. I just want to beg parents. We took our grandkid to Garrettsville. They had a big parade yesterday, and my brother-in-law lives right on the main route, and some of that was on his tree lawn. A little toddler, maybe 2.5, 3 years old, decided to run into the street to chase a piece of candy and came very, very close to getting hit by one of the vehicles in the parade. So please keep your kids on the tree lawn. We are going to do our best, everybody that's throwing candy, to try and get it to the tree lawn. If it doesn't quite make it, let it go. There's going to be tons and tons of candy. Let that one that's in the street, let it go. My heart sunk when I saw this kid run into the street. It was close. So anyway, keep hold of your kids and report.
Thank you. And Wednesday before last, I had an opportunity to go to Central School. They had a program for the kids from Safety Town that were graduating from their Safety Town class. And they also honored Miss Dorothy Schlad, C-H-L-A-D, who created Safety Town. It was actually started by a police officer in 1937 in Mansfield. He did it for a couple of years, but just didn't get anywhere with it. And in 1964, Dorothy Schlad saw the program and brought it to Bedford, started in Bedford. It's now in, I think, over 150 countries. It's amazing what she did. This little lady, and she's a dynamo. And I think she's 89 years old now, living in Florida. She came up, terrific lady. But she started this Safety Town program right here in Bedford that's exploded across the whole world. And it's a nonprofit organization. She never took a penny for doing it. She received awards from, I think it was President Reagan. She got an award. I mean, this is big time stuff. And it was a nice program to be involved with. And, I got to give her a proclamation from the city, and had some people talking about what Safety Town was all about. And then we went out to the Safety Town village at Central School, and the kids rode their bikes around and showed us what they were doing. It was a lot of fun, and the Rotary Club had an ice cream truck there. It was nice because it was hot that day. And everybody got free ice cream. And
It's the first and only organization dedicated solely to promote preschool and early childhood safety education. And it's important to get those kids when they're young to start thinking safety. So I just wanted to give another shout out to Dorothy, a terrific lady. I'm so glad I got to meet her. She's also looking at, she wants to start a little museum for the safety town, which I will be talking with the Bedford Historical Society to see if we can make that happen right here in town, because she would like to have it here. A couple other places would like to have it, but she said, no, Bedford's where it started. She wants to have it here. So we're going to do all we can to make that happen. And again, congratulations to her for just a phenomenal job that one lady saw a vision and just took it to new heights. I mean, what a feat to do it in so many countries around the world. You know, we're happy if we get our neighbors to do something. Again, terrific lady. And reminder, our next meeting won't be till August 5th. And I think that's enough for me talking. Let's get on to business. A motion to reappoint James Del Judd to the Assessment Equalization Board. I have a motion for such by Asbury, second by Longino. Call the roll, please.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Asbury?
Yes.
Resolution number 2619-24.
Is a resolution declaring the official intent and reasonable expectation of the city of Bedford on behalf of the state of Ohio to reimburse its capital improvement fund for the year 2024, the Greencroft Road Culvert Replacement Project, with the proceeds of a tax-exempt debt of the state of Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
I have a motion for suspension. Spinks, second by Fluharty. Call the roll, please.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Asbury?
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Smith, second by Asbury. Mike or Jen, who wants to, Jen?
I'll take this. This is just basically a formality that the city of Bedford is receiving a loan from the State Infrastructure Bank for the Greencroft Road Culvert Replacement Project. And this resolution is simply a resolution that the city will reimburse itself with the proceeds of that loan. It's just a formality that's required from our debt policy and state law. Thank you.
I understand we have to spend some city money up front, but we can replace it from this. Is that a grant? That's good. Call the roll, please.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Asbury?
Yes.
Ordinance number 34-24.
Which is an ordinance amending ordinance number 81-23, making additional appropriations for current expenditures of the city of Bedford during the year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
Motion for suspension by Asbury, second by Smith. Call the roll, please.
Longino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Asbury?
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Spinks, second by Fluharty. Jen?
Thank you, Mayor. So the second appropriation ordinance of this year, it's simply amending a current budget with more expenditures of approved items, including projects and grants the city is receiving. In the general fund, we needed to increase the clothing allowance for police department because of all the new hires, a little more than they anticipated in the budget. The Steel Narcotics Fund is continuously getting grants to do their efforts to stop drug crime and accept things like that. The Grants Fund, police have received a camera grant, body-worn camera grant That's 100% covering the cameras this year. And a law body armor grant covering 75% of that expenditure. Recreation Department, they received a grant from the Adult Services Healthy Aging Grant for $120,000, and that's 100% covered by the grant. The court received a computer, it's a Supreme Court Technology Grant for $21,000, that's 100% covered by the grant. And appropriate for the Turney Road project that we just approved recently along with its maintenance. We need to field a little more funds for that. The expenditures for the green culvert, that was that 500, it's for 500,000, that was part of this resolution earlier to reimburse ourselves for those expenditures. And also the Headworks project in the wastewater plant, that's being reimbursed by a loan that will pay back over the next 5 years. Yeah, thank you.
And this kind of help to balance the books, right? Call the roll, please.
Longino.
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi.
Yes.
Fluharty.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Ordinance number 35-24.
Is an ordinance enacted by the city of Bedford, referred to as the local public agency agreement in the matter of the stated described project therein, which will be described to you in a second.
Motion for suspension, Spinks, second by Fluharty. Call the roll, please.
Longino.
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi.
Yes.
Fluharty.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Smith, second by Asbury. Mike?
Thank you. Yes, this ordinance is in essence the local public agency, and in this case is the city of Bedford, that we are giving consent to the Director of Transportation to move forward with the replacement of the Union Street Bridge. The state is assuming 100% of all the costs of the improvement outside of any specific request that the city of Bedford has requested. Now, we did submit a request. There is the chance that it will be covered under the state's funds, and that request is, for those of you that know the Union Street Bridge, historic stone, will not work moving forward, right? The state's not going to do something like that. We had asked for the visualization of stone, stamped concrete. The best thing I can compare it to is for those that have traveled through Glen Willow. They have a bridge there. It looks like stone. It's stamped. That's what this one is going to look like. So we have made that request. They are going to honor that, and there is the possibility that it will fall under their budgeted amount, which will be great. If not, we would need to work with them to cover those costs. This project is being sold, going out to bid later this year, and will begin next year and could last more than 12 months. And during that time frame, the section between Egbert and Taylor will be closed the entire time. So there's going to be detours, but don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. This is merely us consenting for them to come into town and make that replacement.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Longino.
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi.
Yes.
Fluharty.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Ordinance number 36-24.
Is authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement for conveyance with the Cuyahoga County Land Bank and declaring an emergency.
A motion for suspension by Smith, second by Asbury. Call the roll, please.
Longino.
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi.
Yes.
Fluharty.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. This property, the address is 65 Talbot. Years ago, there was a vacated and abandoned home. We had condemned that property, ordered it to be demolished. The land bank did come in and take that home down at their cost. The City of Bedford does own that property. We did not put out any capital to acquire that. Since then, the county land bank, through a program that they have, they are looking to construct a new home at that site in Bedford. They submitted initial renderings, which will fit the neighborhood, roughly 1,500 to 1,600 square feet. And in that order for them to move forward, we would need to gift this piece of property to the land bank, and that's what this is. We were conveying that land. We have no capital outside of just the regular grass cutting that we've been doing invested into this space.
It'll be nice to have a new home in that area. Call the roll, please.
Longino,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Ordinance number 37-24.
Is authorizing another contract with Traffic Logics Corporation for the purchase of 6 speed tables for the Bedford Police Department and declaring an emergency.
Motion for suspension. Spink, second by Fluharty. Call the roll.
Longino,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Asbury, second by Longino. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. We have looked over the pilot program that the city of Cleveland provided about 1.5 years ago. We also conducted our NOACA study, which identified some traffic calming measures, one being speed tables. Over the last few years, we've obviously collected data with our digital signage, specifically on some of the residential streets, so we have a pretty good idea of what the troubled roadways are as far as dealing with speeding. So what we're looking to do here is we've identified a street per each ward to start with, and that is based off of some of the data that we've collected. We will be installing these speed tables to help reduce some of the traffic issues.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Longino,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Ordinance number 38-24.
Is authorizing another contract with Campo Roofing and Construction for a new roof over the gymnasium at the Ellenwood Recreation Center and declaring an emergency.
A motion for suspension by Longino, second by Asbury. Call the roll, please.
Longino,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Spink, second by Fluharty. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. City is working with Cuyahoga County, who is making a grant of $150,000 available to Bedford. With those funds earmarked towards the community center and surrounding areas. There is a requirement that those funds have to be spent by September, so we need to move pretty quickly. We do have a 5-year capital improvement plan. One of the items on that plan was the replacement of the gymnasium roof. That is 30+ years old. It's clearly failing. Campo was the most responsive of the quotes that we've received. We would like to move forward with them to replace that, which is a full tear-off, full replacement of the roof. We did work with them, as Councilman Smith mentioned in the back, which I totally forgot about. They also had previously replaced the roof on the kitchen area. We just didn't move forward with the gymnasium because it simply wasn't, we did not have the funds available. This is going to cover that at 100%.
Call the roll, please.
Longino,
Yes.
Cochi,
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi,
No.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Ordinance number 39-24.
Which is an ordinance amending ordinance number 918514, designating the city's members to the Housing Council and Tax Incentive Review Commission for the tax incentive programs for the city of Bedford and declaring an emergency.
Motion for suspension by Smith, second by Asbury.
Call the roll, please.
Longino.
Yes.
Cochi.
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi.
Yes.
Fluharty.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Mike, Jen, who would like this?
I can do it. This is reappointing two members to, as the law director mentioned, to the Turk Committee. Just in a quick overview, the city's required, so we do provide residential tax abatements for new constructions and large improvements. Those are typically 5-year, 50%. We have a board that reviews those annually. And part of that review is we go out and we'll do an exterior maintenance inspection to make sure the home is being properly kept, as well as make sure they're current on their taxes before we, agree to continue a tax incentive. The two individuals that are being reappointed this evening also sit on a tax review committee, and that is to review all of the commercial tax abatements. So annually, what we do is we look at those agreements. Finance director, a lot of information goes into it as far as jobs, payroll, all of that. And the group that, the Turk Committee, city representation, county representation at the meeting, as well as school district representation. And we review those tax incentives, the tax abatements, and those could range. They could be 10-year 50%, they could be 15-year 75%. There's a number of them that are out there. A lot of them depend on and are based on the amount of investment that businesses have made, the amount of jobs that are created or retained. So during that review, the committee then basically makes a recommendation to continue that incentive, to amend the agreement, or to cancel the agreement. And once that's done, that is just a recommendation that comes back to City Council. City Council ultimately, once a year, will make the final vote. These two positions were due for reappointment, and that's what this piece is. Sorry if that was lengthy. Try to explain it as best as I can.
You can mention the names if you need to.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's correct. One of those that are on the committee is Mayor Cochi, and another one is Keith Laffin, resident, as well as an employee in the tax department. Sorry about that.
Call the roll, please.
Longino.
Yes.
Cochi.
Abstain.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi.
Yes.
Fluharty.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Ordinance number 40-24.
This is an amendment to our agenda to take advantage of some funding that's come due that we must take quick advantage of. It's an ordinance authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Business Network Team for security cameras at the Ellenwood Recreation Center and declaring an emergency.
Motion for suspension by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Call the roll, please.
Longino.
Yes.
Cochi.
Yes.
Spinks.
Yes.
Salvi.
Yes.
Fluharty.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Asbury.
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Smith, second by Longino. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. This is the second improvement that we're making down at the center and surrounding area tied to the $150,000, grant funding through the county. We had previously installed cameras at the municipal pool, and we've also have some cameras at the community center, specifically the first floor. We have added a number of different programs. We're utilizing the second floor of the facility. So it has been a goal of ours to add cameras up there, as well as to the back of the facility, throughout the pavilion area, throughout the trail that extends all the way back here, and actually out on the center. The cameras that we acquired previously at the pool, they were through the Anya purchasing partnership. They also, they're cloud-based. We do not need servers for them. They also come with a 10-year warranty. We're looking to install those and spend the remainder of the grant money establishing those throughout this area. The other thing I will add is we do still have remaining funds from a large donation from the Bedford Auto Mile. And what we're doing as well, we're looking to utilize those funds to put similar cameras throughout the historic district, especially at the Bedford Commons, and we're also exploring specific pocket parks.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Bongino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Asbury?
Yes.
And now it comes to the hearing of citizens. If you wish to speak, please come forward, state your name, your address, and your comment. Todd?
Wendy, 513 Nelson Avenue. I'm here representing the Bedford Garden Club. We are having I think it's our 13th year promoting Bedford beauties in the city of Bedford. The judging week is from July 14th to the 20th. Nominations will be taken by email, and they are due by July 7th, around that time. So there are a lot of little posters around town. I'm going to leave some here. You can go to the library and find these little ones around. And it's becoming quite a thing. People are really enjoying this, and I think it's a credit to Bedford. So there are a number of other cities that are copying this as well. So, yeah, thumbs up. It's a good thing. So I wanted also to say one thing about the Union Street Bridge. I'm just curious to know, what are they going to do with the stone? Are they going to utilize it in the
We haven't
reconstruction?
gotten there. That question came up. Our staff and administration in the service department inquired about the same thing. We're going to wait until a contractor is awarded, and we're going to have some discussions with them.
Okay. Well, you know, Garfield Heights, the Metro Park in Garfield Heights is constructed in the same time period with the same stone. So I think I'm going to they've been renovating the bridges there, there's some kind of a pool or lake there.
Cleveland Metro Parks.
Metro
Yes,
Parks. I'm going to see what they're doing with the stone and how they're incorporating it into their new plans, so it'll be interesting. All right, I'll let you know.
Excuse me, Dot, do you want to give the email for people who want to nominate, or?
Yeah, I could. Sure. I haven't checked with the owner of it, but.
Well, if you don't want to do that now.
Well, I will.
I understand.
So anyhow, the email to nominate is PNReed, REED, @MSN.com. That's Paula St. John.
So they can nominate people. Very good. Anyone else? Seeing none, can I have a motion for adjournment? Fluharty, second by Spinks. Call the roll, please.
Bongino?
Yes.
Cochi?
Yes.
Spinks?
Yes.
Salvi?
Yes.
Fluharty?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Asbury?
Yes.
Well, thank you all for coming.